If collecting is your love,
I want more.
every day.
That's not true. He likes me because I'm loud and a brat and he can make me shut up later. Oh, I wish I didn't say that out loud.
The hits just keep on coming.
Stream so that I have a good looking head. When you say website, I don't think action figures. Thomas! Thomas! You and I need to have a conversation. You and I need to have a conversation because on the back is numero uno. I love this book. I love it.
Always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah. Before you get excited, that's a tail. The turtles had tails. Yeah, that's a tail. Thank you for pointing that it is a tail. That's a tail. The original turtles had tails. DCD Collects proudly presents signed, certified, and delivered. Each envelope has one 9.8 SIG Series comic book graded by CGC. These are hand-picked for you. 7 out of 10, my lord. It could take 6 months of being constipated before they die from the buildup. Not just any Iron Man. The Iron Man that saved us all.
In the box!
Doug! It's the Captain!
And I gotta say, that shield was pretty fun to paint too. It's chunky.
It is chunky.
Chunky with the oil paint.
Yeah.
Call on me and collect with DCD. If collecting is your love,
I want more.
every day.
That's not true. He likes me because I'm loud and a brat and he can make me shut up later. Oh, I wish I didn't say that out loud.
The hits just keep on coming.
Stream so that I have a good looking head. When you say website, I don't think action figures. Thomas! Thomas! You and I need to have a conversation. You and I need to have a conversation because on the back is numero uno. I love this book. I love it.
Always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah. Before you get excited, that's a tail. The turtles had tails. Yeah, that's a tail. Thank you for pointing that it is a tail. That's a tail. The original turtles had tails. DCD Collects proudly presents signed, certified, and delivered. Each envelope has one 9.8 SIG Series comic book graded by CGC. These are hand-picked for you. 7 out of 10, my lord. It could take 6 months of being constipated before they die from the buildup. Not just any Iron Man. The Iron Man that saved us all.
In the box!
Doug! It's the Captain!
And I gotta say, that shield was pretty fun to paint too. It's chunky.
It is chunky.
Chunky with the oil paint.
Yeah.
Call on me and collect with DCD. If collecting is your love
I want more.
every day.
That's not true. He likes me because I'm loud and a brat and he can make me shut up later. Oh, I wish I didn't say that out loud.
The hits just keep on coming.
Stream so that I have a good looking head. When you say website, I don't think action figures. Thomas! Thomas! You and I need to have a conversation. You and I need to have a conversation because on the back is numero uno. I love this book. I love it.
Always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Oh, hello there. What's up, Sapporo? What's going on, Don? Yep, first and 51st. I will claim 501st. What it do, boys? What it do? Don, how about them Sabres? Home ice advantage. Oh my. I heard those tickets are absolutely astronomical for those playoff games already. Hello, Governor. Hey, what's going on, Scoobs? Hello, Mel. Hello, Jimmy. Oh, goodness gracious. Listen, folks. Today, a certain product came out that people have been waiting 10 years for. 10 years. What up, Panda? How you doing? Hellbolt, love you, man. Now, I know not everybody here is a fan of cards, Scuba, but some people are a fan of the hobby itself. And say what you will about Fanatics. I personally, not a fan of them. I have multiple gripes with Fanatics. But here we are. I am excited for this. Only because, as you know, of all the sports, football is my number one. That and sumo are really becoming neck and neck. But of the American sports, football. Of the international sports, maybe sumo. But it has been 10 years since Topps has had the licensing for... Scuba did make a really nice sale and deal today. I will let Scuba tell it, but I watched over the deal. He asked me what he thought, and I love that deal for him. 10x the high. Right, suppose. But I'm excited that Topps finally has football back. Growing up, 300 level tickets are going for $650. Geez, that's LA prices, Don. As a kid growing up, the Topps rookie card was the rookie card. I was a child of the 80s. Bowman was great and all, but Topps was always the rookie card. Not only do they have cards, we got... Oh, listen, these are sold out everywhere. What's going on, Hex? Oh, you were just in time, my man. These are sold out everywhere. They did an additional... We got in on the pre-order. I was able to grab only 5 of them. They did another drop today. We were able to get 0 of them. So these are the only 5 blasters that we are going to get. We did get 10 megas. The 10 megas don't come out until May 1st. We don't even get them until May 1st. Today was only day 1 hobby and blasters. And you had to be, what's up, Carlos? You had to be pre-selected by Topps to get the day 1 stuff pretty much. The day 1 stuff was about $4,000 a box. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I'm going to repeat it for you. $4,100 for a hobby box of day 1 Topps Chrome. Now, the regular Topps Chrome hobby is not going to be $4,000, but the day 1 is.
I've watched the day one. I was not impressed with it. I am happy to get what we got. Sure made a profit from the original price of that case back in 2020. You sure did. Now, I have a couple of things. We have 2 cards that are going to Australia. Shout out to my Aussie fam. Joe, I am going to send these out toot sweet. Shout out to Joe, shout out to Ringa, shout out to Ninja. I am going to package these up for Joe, and then we are going to crack into a couple of these. Dangle reached out and said, "Oh, do you have these? Do you have the megas?" I said the megas don't come out till May 1st, so we have to bide our time. So he grabbed 2 of these. In the meantime, we're gonna prep this shipment for Joe, and because I want to talk a little bit and I want to do 2 things at once. You're welcome, Scoobs. Scoobs made a little trade. If you remember, Scoobs, it was an out of 5 Otani, right? Was it out of 5, if I remember correctly? Scoobs scored way back when I worked for that other company. And Otani, I think, second year. It's either second or third year. Might have been a 3rd year auto. I think it's 3rd year now that I'm thinking about it. And he made what I think is an awesome trade. I'm not going to divulge the trade. That's up to him. It was his trade. But he ran it by me and said, "Hey, look at this. What do you think?" And I love it. One of the reasons I love it is because it included a piece of Scuba's own fandom. Scuba, for baseball, is neither here nor there for Scoobs. So Scoobs was able to flip that Otani in a trade for something that was in his wheelhouse and an additional cash offer. Again, I'm not at liberty to say it. It's up to him. I am not going to mess that up. 4 out of 5, second year. Okay, there you go. It was a Shohei Otani 4 out of 5, second year auto. And he was able to flip it for something that he collects and that he wanted and is a pretty spicy little card, plus a nice cash sum. I like the trade. I like the trade because it included something he wanted and some extra scratch. So, Scuba. Let's not talk about cash online because the tax man could be listening. But what card did you get as part of the total deal? So these Daniel Gonzalez originals are going to our guy Joe out there in Australia. Daniel, the international seller that he is now. Actually, I'm pretty sure he always was. Dangle, are you here yet? I don't even know if you came in yet. You didn't announce it if you did. I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But I would love for everyone to hear the card, though. Because it was a big boy trade. Hex says Lids might have some Topps NFL. You can say the card if you want. Okay, so in addition to a cash figure, Scoob scored an 8.5 BGS Wayne Gretzky Topps rookie card. Now, if you know anything about the 79-80 Topps hockey, you will know that it is incredibly hard to grade. BGS only graded 26 examples higher than the card he has. PSA only has, I think, 50. That's it. 8.5 is upper echelon of the Gretzky rookie. 290.88. Yeah, that is a big boy card. Because it's going to Australia, I'm not just putting it in a bag. I'm going to box it too. Just in case. Whew. He showed me a picture of the card. Listen, the eye appeal on that card is way better than an 8.5, if you ask me. But he did say the front is very centered. The back is a little off center, which it's better the back than the front. We will say, oh, I got to take that to the post office, so I don't need to weigh it. All right. OPG, well, they're both blue. They both have the blue background. Topps is notoriously bad for the chipping of the blue. So it was pretty awesome to see the card that he got. I'm Jelly. I've seen a Wayne Gretzky rookie, but I've never owned one. Yeah, OPG was produced, I want to say, after Topps. And they were not big fans of changing their edge, their blades. But don't quote me on that. I may be misremembering. Anyway, I don't have the money to make an offer on that card. That is easily in an 8.5, at least a $5,000 card. Especially if you, now, here's something that I can tell you from hanging around Doug Dreyer. Doug said not all graded cards of the same grade are the same. If you have two cards that are, let's say, a PSA 7, what made them a 7? Was it a bad corner? Was it a bad edge? Was it a centering issue? Was it a stain on the front? When he would evaluate, when he would have two cards next to each other that were the same grade, and he had to decide which one to keep and which one to sell, or was presented with two and was allowed to pick one, he said, eye appeal is everything. Look at the front of the card. Nobody is going to look at the back of the card when it's graded. Yeah, people flip it over to see it. But you're first presented with the card. The first thing you see is the front of the card. This Gretzky is gorgeous up front. Absolutely gorgeous. The centering is awesome. And that is key. It got hit because, you know, the usual little white line in the blue on the edges, but the back was off center. If this were PSA, it would probably have a qualified grade higher at probably a 9.90C. They got bonuses. They produced X amount of boxes, resulted too many sheets being cut at a time. That makes sense. I'll take the one with a pinhole that looks amazing over a 5. Absolutely. Suppose, exactly. And that's how Doug, and Doug, as you know, collected cards at the highest level of collecting cards. Literally the highest level of collecting cards. And that is what it boiled down to. It's how the card looks from the front. It is gorgeous. It's definitely a nice piece. What I would do, Scoobs, I would consider recasing it, because that is a very old BGS case. You can send that to Beckett. Well, I don't know if you can send it anymore. If they're still running card grading, which I don't think they are, you can have that recased, or you can send it to PSA and talk with somebody from PSA to see what the grade would be. Because listen, PSA, you can get a hold of somebody and they'll reasonably tell you, hey, listen, I have this card. It is graded by BGS. It was graded a very long time ago. The standards for the grading of a classic card have changed. That's actually a fact. Cards based on age will get different grades. A card that might be an 8 from 1972 is going to be a different shape than the card that is getting an 8 in 2016. It was graded in 2022. Oh, it looked like an old case. I don't know, maybe I just haven't seen one of their cases in a while. Oh. He needs to stop handling his cases. There was a lot of fingerprints on it. It does look like an old, that's what I thought. It looks like an old case. I don't, whatevs, man. But I would reach out to PSA, say, hey, listen, I have this card. It is, because PSA doesn't really do half grades. It's either 8 or 9 for them. Ask them, hey, if I was to give this to you, is this an 8 or is this a 9? They will probably answer, because you are going to pay a percentage of the value of the card to them to get it graded anyway. They're going to want to grade it a 9 for you, because they want the bigger piece of the pie. So reach out to somebody at PSA, tell them what you're thinking about doing, thinking that you want to put it in a PSA slab, and you want to know, is this an 8 or is this a 9? And what is the cost going to be? And they will tell you, well, we believe it's a 9, so it's going to be X amount. If that's a 9, oh boy, does that pop that into the upper echelon. If it's an 8, truthfully, I'd leave it in the BGS then. So it has taken my doctor 3 days to get back to me. I need an MRI on my neck. There is a chance, a very good chance, that I have a herniated disc in my neck. What does that mean for you guys? Nothing. You're just going to see me in a lot of pain for a while. But I may be. Listen, I'm gonna say this. I don't have to say this, but I'm gonna choose to say this. I might get yelled at for saying this. I'm gonna say this anyway. No matter Horn, absolutely not. No, sir. I have been in a absolute. I'm gonna start all the way from the beginning. Everybody here knows. Hello, me lord. Everybody here knows that I have an extremely high tolerance for pain. You guys, I've literally shown my x-rays on camera of the shape that my spine is in. I have limbus fractures. I have 5 herniated and or bulging discs in my spine. My daily pain load is far beyond what a normal person can handle. And even my doctor has said that. I had an omental infarction, and he's like, you can't, because you should be in the fetal position weeping right now. Sure enough, I had it, and he's like, I can't believe that you're not crying. I just have a high tolerance for pain. This last 2 weeks, I have been in more pain than I am used to being in. It has made me short-tempered. It has made me snippy. And I have to say, today, I had a hissy fit. And I'm going on camera to apologize to Mrs. the Breaker. I got snippy, I got upset, I raised my voice, and all she was trying to do was help. And I was a bad husband. So, I am apologizing on camera in front of all of you to Mrs. the Breaker. The amount of pain that I am in is not an excuse, but I should definitely not yell for stupid reasons when somebody's just trying to help. But that should tell you how bad the amount of pain that I'm in, that it's actually making me short-tempered. Because typically, I can usually just be like, whatever. Nope, I was online trying to get more of the Topps Chrome for the release today. And the computer was just like, your internet connection stinks, you're dropping out. And I was just getting livid. And all she wanted to do was have me plug it directly into the router. And I was just like, no, I'm not. Just let me do this. And I was completely unreasonable. That is how bad my pain is. So I'm sorry, honey. I was short today. I was snippy. I shouldn't have been. And you know what? She's a trooper. She just said, all right, he's in a mood. I took a nap. Where is Mrs. the Breaker? I took a nap today. I was so angry. I was like, I'm just going to take a nap. And I did. I took a 2-hour nap to try to just sleep it off. The thing that complicates it is I can't sleep because believe it or not, I don't know if you know this, your head is attached to your neck and you put your head on a pillow and it may not necessarily make your neck straight. So no matter what position I lay in, I get this terrible pain that shoots down my arm. It is awful. So even sleeping sucks. I don't get more than 4 hours at a time. And it has caused me to be cranky and crotchety for no reason. So there, I want to publicly apologize. Thanks, Hellbolt. I need a hug. Just don't squeeze too hard, because it hurts. Oh, this chair, by the way, though. So, listen, this chair is arguably the perfect chair for this moment, because look at the curve on this head. Oh, look at that. Oh, speaking of hugs, Hellbolt, that hugs. Oh, that hugs my neck perfectly. Oh, that's nice. Look, you can see my fat rolls squishing. That's how good it is. Oh. Yeah, it hurts. It does. It hurts. It hurts more than I'd like to admit, because I don't like to admit that I'm ever in pain. But I went to urgent care, I think Friday, I think it was. Either Thursday or Friday. I don't remember. I think I told you guys on camera. And they gave me 2 shots, and they gave me a bunch of anti-inflammatories. They gave me a super strong anti-inflammatory that is so strong that its metabolites, as your body breaks it down, the metabolites are also anti-inflammatory. So it's basically like the heroin of anti-inflammatories. For those who don't know, heroin is broken down by the body into morphine. So you have the heroin high in the beginning, I am told, and then you have the morphine numbness afterwards. And then when all of that's out of your system is when you start feeling sick, because your body's just going, oh my God, what kind of toxic shock have I just been put into? Well, this anti-inflammatory, I don't remember the name of it, it's this giant pink horse pill. This is basically like the heroin of, it's not addictive, but I mean, it's in the way that it acts as the initial dose, and then the metabolites are further doses as it gets into your system. It is doing nothing. Muscle relaxers are doing nothing, which is how I know it's got to be skeletal and not muscular. Because normally, if I take a muscle relaxer for 4 days, I am a giant bowl of Jell-O, and nothing hurts anymore. And that's not the case here. Yeah. Always in pain. Just try hard not to put attention to it. Fibromyalgia is. Oh, I know fibromyalgia. My grandmother had fibromyalgia. Yeah, trying to explain to doctors. Mal's going to have fibromyalgia as well. So, I think pain becomes small. Yeah, so for a very long time, for those who don't know, fibromyalgia is basically where your nerves decide to flare up on their own without anything causing them. And it happens at the core of your nerves. For the longest time, since the beginning of medicine, they didn't believe when people say, I have these phantom pains that are caused by nothing. It just hurts. Everything hurts. People would be like, you're crazy. No, it's not real. Oh, you're trying to get painkillers. Like, they didn't know that fibromyalgia was a thing. And it wasn't for maybe 30 years ago, 40 years ago, that they finally discovered, holy crap, fibromyalgia is a real thing. This pain that has no source is just the nerves themselves being inflamed on their own and sending off signals on their own of burning hot pain. So because that is a relatively new finding, there's relatively few treatments for fibromyalgia. Angry nerves, that's right. The thing that gets me is now that the doctor that said it's probably it could be a slip disc in your neck. The moment she said that, I was like, son of a biscuit. I have slight scoliosis to begin with. It's not bad. My scoliosis was never enough to cause, even through all the sports I did. It's very, very, I just don't have a perfectly straight line. I have a very slight, and it's in my neck. You'll notice this, and if you look at any of the times that I square up on a camera, so look at my neck and look at there it is. There is a slight curve. My neck goes, there we go, this way. My neck goes this way. My head is here. My neck goes, whoop. So here's what's screwing me up. I'm looking at this thing and it's the opposite. So my head is here and my neck is slightly curved. It's still the wrong way. You'll figure it out. If you look at me and you see the way my shoulders are set, my neck has always been, it's not straight, it's tilted. Anyway, so it's never bothered me. But now that I'm getting older and I have degenerative disc disease, this things like this can happen. So as soon as she said, I'm thinking of the last 4 years that I've been having issues with my shoulder, the nerves underneath my shoulder blade. And I've said this on camera numerous times too. And then I realized that is like it's like the sciatic, when you get lower back pain, the sciatic nerve in your hip. There's one under your shoulder blade that is basically like the upper back, that nerve bundle. All the times that I thought it was an old shoulder injury from playing sports, this whole time it has probably been the pain radiating from my neck. But because it's typical for the back to not itself to hurt, it's the surrounding areas that hurt, it was my neck this whole time. Don't take anything. When I was 7, I was Prozac after months. I didn't rarely take anything except rare Excedrin. Prozac really messed me up. Yeah, Prozac. I never tried Prozac. I was on a bunch of things when I was younger. I just had to do a lot of therapy before I stopped taking everything. And I probably should be on something, but I enjoy drinking too much. All right, let me get out of that chat and let's get into orders. All right, so 2 of these 5 blasters are gone. I am good. Dangle got here first. I will let Dangle pick whichever one he wants. Now this one is not special. I wanted it to be even on the screen. So that's the only reason that one's up there. As a matter of fact, if you want, I can just, so you don't think I'm letting him choose loaded boxes. He's gonna pick first, and then whomever orders can pick after, unless you order now and beat him into the chat. Then I will let you pick first because you got here first, and it's, finders or first come, first serve. So that's what we have on the table. I have talked to Paul Maitland, talking about our next project. Our next project is going to be 4x6s. They're going to be index card size, bit bigger than the 3x5s. This is going to be Paul's picks. Paul is going to choose. What up, Crystal? Hello, Juan. Hello, Rhea. Hello, Amelia. Oh, no, you're not late. You're just on time. I choose love, positivity, and that's right. Make a way to grow up. Matured, the best thing anyone told me. What up, El Zacco? How you doing? Yeah. Yeah. My dad's been known to have a beer or 3. I'm a happy drunk. I don't get drunk very often because of my sheer size. It takes a lot to get a 250-pound guy drunk, especially when they don't drink, hard stuff when they go out. How one became the image of the father and the other one became the opposite. Is that the story? Oh. Yes, then I am familiar. Oh, it hurts. El Zacco has. So, I saw El Zacco today, and I was like, I was looking for a box. The Topps put these in such a small box, I thought I had the wrong box. I was like, oh wait, there's supposed to be something from FedEx, and he's like, nope, that's it. I'm like, it can't be. So I literally tore it open. I was like, oh boy, they really jammed these suckers in there. Oh. Yeah, so I have a feeling tomorrow my doctor is going to get back to me and set up an MRI, and I'll have a choice. Get more epidurals. I'll probably have to do physical therapy, which I will want to say no to because that'll be extremely painful. And the other option is disc replacement, which means you're not going to see me for like 6 weeks. Actually, you know me. I'll probably take a week off and be back in week 2. The big old scar on my neck. What can I say? Enjoy my job. I definitely don't need that. Put that over here. There we go. Oi. All right. I am going to send a text to Dangle. All right. I sent a text for Dangle. I said, everyone is going to call for you so that we can open these. Come on, Dangle. Go have the Jack Eichel neck surgery. He got the cup out of it. So Don, sorry, Hellbolt's name is above yours, and on my screen, you're both yellow. Don, there's 2 choices. It's disc replacement or fusion. I would ask for replacement, just like Eichel did. The Sabres wanted him to do fusion. Eichel's like, no way. I'm too young for that. And he wanted disc replacement, and Buffalo said, no, too many things can go wrong with disc replacement. The discs can come out. No, they're both yellow for you as well? Okay, good. It's not just me. So I know they'll want to do fusion as well because they told me I have to fuse my lower back. Fusion in the neck is, as long as it's just 2, it's not more than 2, it's not bad. It's when you get 3 and 4 that you become full Batman. I would have to have them go over the options. My problem is having degenerative disc disease. You'd think, well, if the discs are deteriorating, just replace the discs. That seems to be the obvious answer, but apparently that's not the answer they let you go with. Because I would just say, hey, rip me open, replace all the degenerative discs with synthetic ones, and call it a life. Problem is, if you get bone loss, then the pads protrude outside of the bone and you have more issues than you did before. So that is why they won't do full replacements. Any rumors of Doug trading you over this neck issue? Well, does it mean I get to... Done. If he trades me, do I get to open the cup? Does that mean I get the cup? Do I get cases and cases of the cup? I don't know, man. I might have to think about that. I may have to waive my no trade clause for that one. You're telling me I get to open endless cases of the cup? Tell me more. Oh, I don't know, man. Maybe I have to part-time somewhere else where I get to open the cup and flawless. Maybe that's what's coming next. I do this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I do Monday, Tuesday elsewhere, opening up some big boy stuff. That's awesome. I wore my jersey today for Topps Chrome football. It appears that we were not selected for Topps Hobby. I guess the retailers were getting their Topps Hobby in today, supposedly. Let me check that other company. My Kraken jersey is in my closet because I don't ever want to get anything on it. I need to frame that jersey is what I really need to do. Ow. There it is. Oh, maybe Hobby isn't out today. I know first day is, because I saw it. All right, hold on. That would be at page 5. It hurts so much. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, really, it's kind of ridiculous how much it hurts. Like, I understand why people go crazy when they have injuries like this. I can understand it now. Yeah. Okay, so Topps Hobby is not out today. Topps Chrome Blaster is out today.
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
Oh, you just got
Beetlejuice.
Dangle.
It's showtime.
What up, Dangle? There he is, folks. So regular Dangle, you're just in time. Topps Chrome Blasters came out today. Topps Chrome Football First Day issue, which is $5,000 a box, came out today. Standard Topps Chrome Football does not come out yet. And Topps Mega does not come out until May 1st. So, There is no hobby other than first day issue. The only other stuff you can get is the Breaker's Delight box, which is about $3,000 a box, or the Blasters. Now, I want to point out, if you go to the other place, they are selling them for $89.95. I refuse to price them at $89.95. I am going to beat them by $5. Scuba, I did not. So if you go to that place that I used to work, you will find that I have them for $5 less. You're welcome. There's only one place. Oh. Dangle. You get to pick your 2 boxes, man. You're first. I will say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's another order. And another order. Oh, man, there's only 1 box left after this. 1, 2, 3. He said 4 and 5. All right, those are Dangles. Hector, you got the next pick. One, 2, or 3. It definitely hurts. And Hector, I'm just going to bring them home to you today. So if you pick shipping, I'm going to refund your shipping. Okay, good. I told him to do local pickup. What up, chef? All right, Dangle, let's get to you first, and then we will get to Hector. Jalen Hurts jersey number, numero, what is Jalen Hurts number 1? I had to actually stop. I was like, well, I only have 3 choices, 1, 2, or 3. I was like, wait, it's 1. It's 1. I know this. Oh, man. My brain, man. My brain. Q, you got one of the last 2 boxes. Do you want 1 or 2? The deuce. All right, that leaves this box right here. Dangle Lang, Dangle Lang. Dangle, oh man.
Get it out, I think, lad.
A little bottle of water.
A little bottle of water.
A little bottle of water.
Thanks, Don. I needed that. What up, T-Bone? It has been 10 years since Topps has had some chrome football, and we gots it now. Dangle, you get to be the first person I open Topps football for in a tremendously long time. Get excited. Football is back. Oh, yeah. Oh, so beautiful. So pretty. That's, oh, look at that sweet, sweet focus. All right, 2025 Topps Chrome Football. Let's get it on. Penei Sewell. Christian Watson. Washington All Chrome Team, Terry McLaurin. And look at this little pigskin. Oh, of course, a pigskin Seahawk. I mean, if you're going to get a pigskin parallel, it's going to be a Seahawk for Dangle. There you go, dude. It's a sign. It's a sign. He's in the uni, man. Jamar. Bradbury. Okay, right there, Refractor. Aluwatimi. That Seahawks player's an Eagle now, Hex says. And a rookie, Nick Scorton. Hex is like, yep, I know who that is. Justin Herbert. And there's a wave. Brian Burns. Fortune. Cam Scanaboo. And Derek Harmon. What up, Scanaboo? Oh, I miss Topps Chrome foosball. JJ, well, here's hoping. Oh, man. Can we just point out that they put Kyler Murray behind JJ McCarthy? Does anybody else see the irony in that? You get the humor, right? Oh, somebody has a sense of humor. Let's get a little more, let's get a little dark in here. There we go. Throwback, B-Tom, and a red, white, and blue Oh, Nick Tesla. Isaac Tesla, excuse me. Yeah, that looks good in red, white, and blue, baby. That looks very good in red, white, and blue. Clearly says Tesla. It says, maybe he died. If he died, he'd just die. He wouldn't die and write, You don't know that. Oh, Scoobs, it's a football joke. You're not a football guy. TJ. Master. Oh, I almost did it. Nope. Hey, that's Micah Parsons. And a Nick Scorton. Yep, I almost did. I almost did. Almost. Bobby Wags. Njoku. There's Joey Bosa. How about Tyler Schuff? Rookie. Is he Schuff enough? Looking like it. They could be worse off. B. Wags is one of your favorite Seahawks of all time. He should be. He was fantastic. All right, last pack of the first one. Leggett. Matty Stafford. Devontae Walker. And LeQuint Allen Jr. All right, we at least got one red, white, and blue insert out of there. So, these are the inserts. We were able to get 5, but we got 10 megas. These are the base. So, nice mix. All right, box 2. Very different bent cards. Legends! It's Eric Dickerson. And a pigskin, Trayvon Diggs. Hey, I've met this guy. Chris Jones. Who? Chris Jones. I can never say Amanaware's last name correctly, but there is a nice silver rookie. Khalil. And Xavier McKinney. Again, Seahawks for Dangle. Specifically a refractor. Not all rookies are refractors. So that's a nice get. Ooh, something funky in here. Dexter Lawrence. Jalen Warren. Ah, there's Jaden Higgins. I think Jaden Higgins is going to do fine. He just needs to find his rhythm with his quarterback. It's a good rookie right there. Van Ginkel. These cards feel like they are a modicum. They are. That foil is thicker. See, look at that. Substantial thickness difference in this foil. Sturdier card, probably going to grade better. So if you're looking to grade a non-auto, non-numbered card, think about grading those. They are definitely a thicker card, will probably have a higher 10 rate. Amanawari is going to be your next purchase. Nice. My next jersey purchase is going to be Snowman. King Henry. Red, white, and blue, Aiden Hutchinson. You're getting all the Lions in red, white, and blue. What's this? Who? Daniel Jones. Who? Daniel Jones. TJ Hawkinson, power player. I was hoping it was signed. McFadden. Tavai. Yeah, I like Walker. Seedy. A little throwback for Seedy. Jack Jones. Can't wait to see the Electric Hippo Rave Wave Dazzler parallels. Oh, wait, wrong company. Alec Pierce. I know a Pierce fan in the chat. Turpin. Smith. Ooh, is this going to be a disco rookie? It is. There's Jaden Higgins. There's a nice disco rookie. Listen, it's not called disco, but to me it looks like a disco ball, and I'm not going to change it. I'm set in my ways. All right, last pack, homie. Let's get that last pack magic. Although that alt rookie is a nice one. I wish that was the last pack. That's pretty solid. Malik Neighbors, he's no slouch. Chin. Emory Jones. And that is Luke McCaffrey. All right, homie. Plenty of Seahawks for you. We need to switch gears, though, because next up is an Eagles fan. You're very welcome. Thank you. Here we go. Topps Cutter. The only way to open a Topps box. Hector, my good friend. Bon chance. I hope it is filled with Eagles. I guess I can put this down a little bit. There we go. Zach Carbonnet. There's JJ, all Chrome team, and Deshaun Hand in pigskin. It's funny you won the last two Super Bowls combined. Well, it's because you know your fandom. Bo Nix. There's a Leggett and a James. The all chrome team, yep, that was one of the newer ones that they've tried. Trying to be flashy now that they're back in chrome. Gibby. DJ Moore, the Buffalo Bill, and Jalen Royals. Denzel, my man. A-Chain or A-Chan. Ooh, future stars, Pat Surtain. How is that a future star? He's already good. Guy's already a star. Red, white, and blue Emory Jones. Chase. T-Law. Is that really 3? 2. Okay. Oh, there's JJ. And Caleb Johnson. Caleb Johnson, man. I traded for him. I was expecting a different outcome. The kitchen sink. Jonesy, Tim Patrick, and Phil Mafa. Phil Mafa with what? I don't know. You just got to Phil Mafa. All right, last pack. Come on, let's get something good. Noah Fant. Patrick Mahomes. Ooh. Jalen Johnson, our first number card. Green pigskin out of 99. And last pack magic. Amika Egbuka, rookie. Oh, man. They saved all the fire for the final pack. Woo. There it is. That's very nice. There you go, Hex. All right, Q. Q, we're down to you. No, I don't believe so. I only know what they are because I was looking at the set list today. Q says, DC, I've been doing this a long time with you, almost as long as Scuba. How about we just go ahead and get an auto in here? All right, Q, we'll do it. We'll just pull an auto right now. $2025 Topps Chrome. We are now looking for Colts. JJ. Art Monk. And a Pigskin Pickens. This is my one and only box of Chrome. Make it fire. Well, I mean, George Pickens having a year. Had a year. Probably will have another year, too. But we're looking for those Colts. Let's get some nasty Colts. Jaden Daniels, there's a dang fine player. Tommy Tremble coming into his own at the end of the season. And Shamar Turner. Hey, when I'm thinking about getting a refractor rookie, I'm thinking about defensive linemen. That's almost as bad as offensive linemen. Sewell, Adunze, T.J. Hawkinson, and Dante Thornton Jr. Let's go ahead and get that Tyler Warren rookie. He'll end up with an AR-15 auto. JJ. Caleb. Oh, he called it! Dangle! You called it! Manifest that destiny. Tyler Warren rookie, right on tap. Dangle, look at you. Yeah, there it is. There you go. Oh. I love that just happened. I love that just happened. That is great. Dangle gets full credit. Full credit for that hit. I take no responsibility for that hit. That is all Dangle. Carl Loftus. There's a Devontae Smith.
We happy? Vincent. We happy?
Yeah, we
Are
have.
we happy? How about a Bijan Future Stars Refractor, as if this guy hasn't been the boss hog? I mean, I guess since they haven't been able to do Future Stars for a while, they're like, well, I mean, he's still a future star, but he's a star now and has been a star. But he's also one in the future. Bobby Wags, Isaiah Pacheco, Cooper DeJean, or DeJean, depending on where you're from. And how about a Khalil Herbert? All right, last pack. Leggett. Davis. Your rookie is Dylan Gabriel. But how about some Matt Gay? Dylan Gabriel currently sitting third on the depth chart in Cleveland. All right, there's one final box to go. Oy vey. Ugh. Oh. He pulled out Garrison Hurst. Why don't you throw a Ricky Waters in there too? What do we got here? Okay. My other Dynasty League is trying to see who's in. Hurst was the man until he wrecked his leg. Yeah, so was Bo Jackson until he wrecked his hip. What up, Money Mitch? Dangle says he grabbed two. Somebody else has to grab the last box. Money Mitch, I know you don't like football, but we were just opening some Topps Chrome 2025 blasters. We were only able to get 5. We do have a 10 spot of the megas. We are on the list for a case and a half of Hobby. Apparently, regular Hobby hasn't shipped to most places. So we will see. Oh no, they're massively expensive Sapporos. Massively the other company I used to work for is selling day one boxes for 5,000. You can go on Fanatics app and you can buy a day one for 4,200 from a breaker. The regular hobby will not be that high. Whatever that other company has it at, I promise you I'll beat them. I promise you I will undercut them. So whatever they posted at, 1,200 for a hobby box would not sound, yeah, that doesn't sound incorrect. Again, this is the first time they've had Topps Chrome football in 10 years. They have pumped this product full of, listen, you know me, I don't like Fanatics. I am the first one to tell you, poo. But, listen, this is the first time, man. It's the first time in a long time. And the Topps Chrome rookie is always going to be one of the big rookies. Are better odds of hits in the day one boxes. There are more parallels and there's lower numbered exclusives to the day ones. But as far as I've been led to believe, there is no better chance at getting the 101 Shield. Because listen, this is what everybody's chasing. Everybody's chasing the Gold Shield. This last year, all of the NFL Honors winners got to wear a gold. This shield right here is gold on their uniform. Topps was able to secure one of those from each of the players that won. And somebody is getting a game-worn gold shield, one of one. That is, I have to admit this, and I don't think anybody's going to disagree with me here. That's an insane hit. That is stupid cool. Only the winners got to wear the gold, and somebody's going to walk away with a game-worn gold shield one of one auto. Even I have to go, okay, that's pretty fire. I crap on them all the time. I have had entire shows dedicated to how much I hate them. Don says, I disagree. Don's just being a, what's the word? Oh, it would have been cooler if I knew the word off the top of my head. Not dissenter. He's arguing for the sake of arguing, not devil's advocate. There's another word that means you're saying no just to be the one that says no. Contrarian. Don is just being a contrarian. Thank God I beat you, Saporos. I beat you by like 2 seconds. But yes, you got it. Thank you for being my backup. You have a cat in the way? Assist my cat. Okay, I will give your cat my assist. That is a pretty special card. I mean, she's the Wayne Gretzky of blocking the keyboard. Would you say she's the Eddie Belfour of blocking a keyboard? Or the Dominic Hasek of blocking a keyboard? The Ray Bork of blocking the keyboard? Mr. Blockshot? Or was that Paul Coffey? Or both? The Hasek for sure. Slinky for his spine. Yep. But no, back on the topic. Like, listen, I've spent entire things poo-pooing them and the way they do business. But these Gold Shield cards are going to be the most sought after one-of-one rookies. Nothing in Panini is going to come close. This is the truth. This is the truth bomb. Those and actually only one rookie got it. Because he got, there are 2 offensive rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year. Or do they only do offense? No, rookie of the year is offense. I'm thinking defensive player of the year. I digress. So the rookie card that's going to be gold is going to be the biggest rookie, period. of the one of ones, nobody can produce a single player one of one that is going to be stronger than a Gold Shield one of one auto. That's what I mean to say. They know where the cards are? Yeah. There's multiple, Money Mitch. I think there's 12. I'd have to look at the sheet. There's Josh Allen has one. Like everybody that won an award at NFL Honors got a Gold Shield. So I believe they got one from each player. I want to say there's 12. Somebody would have to look at the list. I don't have it in front of me right now. But yeah, they know where that is. That's going to a large breaker. You're not going to see that one of one Josh Allen is going to be opened on probably Backyard Breaks. Maybe Filth Bomb, because Filth Bomb was chosen to be a day one. No Johnny Bum Ankles. No, they're all good. In addition, they did a very similar to Passing the Torch, where it is a old player and then the new player that is cut in their mold. Same with baseball. I did not see a blaster open with an average cost of $350 a card. It won't last. Topps Chrome baseball blasters are nowhere near pricier. Same with Bowman Chrome. They're just going to ruin the hobby. Yeah. So it's not Topps, Chef. Topps set the price, the MSRP. It's everyone on the secondary market. Fanatics. It's how they distributed it is what makes it tough. I had to wait in line with the same big people that are distributed to normally. Breakers are the only ones that seem to have not had to wait in line, that were just given day one stuff because they signed up to be a breaker with Fanatics. You were only getting day one if you have a Fanatics account and you are a live breaker with Fanatics app. So nobody else was getting day one stuff. You have to be in their cash pool. How long has the autograph football been back there with the Losers Trophy? I did notice it last week. I didn't have a chance to ask about it. That has been back there since the Super Bowl. Oh, it's super lame. Oh, you can say that out loud. It's the degenerate gamblers that are driving the prices up. You're correct. Oh, you don't have to listen. Half the people that buy this stuff will tell you they're degens. What is Bourbon's number one thing to say? He's a degen. Is he really in real life? No, he's a great guy in real life. But that's just it. You have to, if you want the cards, you have to do it. You have to spend ungodly amounts of money to get them. Because if that card is pulled, instead of spending, 10 grand trying to chase it, you're going to spend $30,000 trying to buy it. So at some point you have to figure, I got to keep trying. I have to keep trying to get this before somebody else does. I have to buy all of the Buffalo Bills breaks so I can get this 101, because if it hits the market, it's $30,000. Maybe more. Yeah, there are responsible people that say they're degens, because that's the, yeah. Then there's the actual degens that are using the, yeah, and I listen, I've seen it. I had somebody in a break in my old company literally say, I need to hit something because I just drained my kid's college fund. Literally said it in the chat during the break. This is my kid's college fund. This $12,000 I'm spending. So I better hit something or I'm in trouble. Oh. Spoilers, he did not make back his 12 grand. He made about 4. When I was opening cards at the other place, this is a true story. I told a lot of people. It's part of the reason I quit. I didn't feel good doing it. The prices were so out of hand, and the false scarcity created by the companies to drive up pricing was so bad that I just had to walk away from it. Because people were literally like, I'm spending $7,000. I need to make my money back on this. And it's like, I can't get on the microphone and go, dude, cancel your order if you want to get your money back. You're not getting $7,000 worth of basketball. You're not hitting the Ja Morant or the Zion Williamson in this box, buddy. You're not hitting it. It's astronomical odds against you. But I'm not allowed to say that. I had ways, so my regulars knew when I was a fan of a product and when I was not a fan of a product by the way I talked about it. There were clues, and if Q is still watching, Q knows what I'm talking about. Somebody would say, hey, what do you think of this product? And if I was like, it's good, that mean everything I'm about to say is the opposite. Or somebody would say, what do you think? I want to buy this. And I'd say, or you can buy this and this for the same price. If I directed you away from something you specifically asked for, you knew not to buy that thing. And I would do it all the time. Hey, man, I got $1,000. Oi, oi, oi. The is an answer in itself. What's up, Paul? Paul, I just told them that we are working on a super secret project that even I don't know what it is. All I know is the size and how many. But no, somebody like, I have $1,000. I want this. And I'd be like, no, you're better off buying this 400 and this 600. Don says, I remember when I first started watching, the money spent blew my mind. I remember looking at Kelly and saying, so-and-so just spent X amount of money. Yeah, it's true. Yep. We had a guy in Australia, Andrew was his name. Andrew would casually drop 12 grand and get dusted and be back 4 days later for another 6,000 worth. And my job was to be like, oh man, this guy's going to be good. Or, oh, hey, that's not so bad. My job was to be the bartender and keep serving drinks. But there was a point where some of the museum collection basketball, I think it was, no, it wasn't a museum collection. It was somebody else. It was one of the other like museum collection-esque type basketballs. It was like $3,000 a box for 6 or 7 cards. And he would get just murdered in these boxes. And I'd have to be like, oh man, well, I mean, that just means the next one's got a better chance of having something awesome in it. Like, what do you say to those people? Like, my job is to be like, oh man, no, listen, this guy's good. You didn't get this, but Tyler Hero's pretty good. Oh, you didn't get Ja or Zion, but, Ball is the way to go. He's tall. He had that one dunk that one time in G League. Oh man, Nile Yapikov, that's the guy. Yakupov is it. Yeah. Yep. Paul, we were just opening up some 2025 Topps Chrome. We just blew through 4 boxes. Oh. Got to know the big spenders. They were in chat and go get the popcorn because it's going off the rails. Yeah, listen, those are still fun nights though. I can say that because it wasn't my money, but it was fun to watch. Oh, absolutely, Simple Rose. I'm not exaggerating when I can recall having $50,000, $60,000 days. In my 6.5 hour shift, I would move 50, 60 grand. I had a $100K night a couple of times. Of course, one of the breaks was $35,000 by itself. And it yielded a $250,000 card at the time. Cards maybe worth 10 grand now, if that. I was in the room when the 101 Zion got pulled. I pulled the other 101 Zion. I mean, I was around millions of dollars worth of cards on any given week. And there would be days where $50,000 would be spent and I'd be hanging around with $10,000 worth of cards. Excuse me. That's why I like art. Art doesn't devalue. Art is always going to be the same because it's always going to be the same art. You're always going to love the pieces of art you buy. That's why art is awesome. True story. I am getting pretty close to my pain threshold for today. You know what we haven't done in a while? We haven't done a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway. All right, 1 minute. Done. Yep. All right. Everybody enter. I have a gaggle of sketch cards here. You'll be able to pick whichever one you want. Oh, yeah, I'm in. We're going to call it after this giveaway. I'm going to call last call on that last box. And then I'm going to call last call, and I'm going to get out of here. You just looked up Lafreniere's Young Guns? What's it at? $20 raw? Carlos, you winner! Look at you! Hey, Carlos, can I guess which one you're going to take? All right, we have Savage Rogue, Savage Rogue, Black Cat, Psylocke, Mystique, Spider-Man, the Invisible Woman, Magic, Mystique, and Hellboy. Yeah, it says my money is on Cat. Don, that's where my money was too. Oh, yep, it's Black Cat. It's Black Cat. That's got to be Jimmy. Did someone say Magic? Yeah, Jimmy. Jimmy on Mommy's account. Normally, I would say, Carlos, you missed it. But I know Don would never let Carlos not have it.
Go ahead, have a drink, Lila.
A little bottle of water.
A little bottle of water.
A little bottle of water.
Thanks, Jimmy. I needed that. All right, Chef. See you later, man. We're getting out of here. I'm going to check the gate right now, and we're out. I'm hurting. What's up, Kate? You caught us just as we're leaving. We opened 4 boxes of Topps Chrome. So, yeah, it was pretty good. All right. I am not going to raid today. Yeah, we're just going to call it a night. We're going to call it a night because I don't want to stick around and talk about my day. Folks, tomorrow we have one more box left, and we have plenty of art. What up, Durbit? Durbit, I follow you now on Instagram. Folks, listen, I love each and every one of you, so please do me a favor. Take care of yourselves and each other so we can do this again tomorrow. Dango says, I'm already working on what I'm going to call in the last box. Yes, I want to see it. I want to see what's in there. I love you all. Take care. Be safe. And, yeah. Sleep well. Because I know I won't. All right, everybody. Love you. Bye.